Yeah, welcome to BESS workshop, free workshop. So, in this workshop, we are going to learn the fundamentals of the BESS battery energy storage system and real world applications of the BESS and what are the business and career opportunities we have in the world of BESS and renewables or clean tech field. And also, we want to understand the safety critical safety standards and criticality of safety from the best point of view and the commissioning, which are vital in the success of BESS. So before going to the workshop, I just wanted to have a couple of understanding of the audience. So I just have some polls which I would like to understand audience. Uh, just if you can let us know your expertise, which I am just launching the poll. Want to understand audience expertise. You are from which? Are you a student, industry professional, business investors, or a explorer? So just wanted to know the background so that I can align my workshop on the base of the audience. So yet still three audience, still three people, three audience has to just if we can complete the poll, it will be helpful for me to understand the audience which domain field they are coming from because it's a vast area and a new niche. Want to understand where they are from. Okay, so now if you look at it, we have around 65% of the audience are from industry from background and around 18% is from students and one business explorer and curious are just 9% each. So next, just another one, I just want to understand your technical background. That also is important in this. Uh, I'm just going to launch another poll to understand. I'm just ending the poll now. I see 60 plus are from industry background. That will help me to, as I am also from industry background, and it will be helpful for me to correlate with the live examples and my expertise what I have. And the next one, I would just like to know about are you from which background? Are you from electrical background, electronics, computer science, others? Because on the base of that, I can correlate and speak my words or language. If you are from more from electrical side, so I can speak more on electrical electronic side. Yeah. I am seeing just around 50% are from electrical and electronics 17%, others are 33%. So it's a mix of audience. So I can correlate even with uh, analogy so that non-electrical people can understand the concepts better. So I'm just ending the poll here for this. Then another one is just want to understand the location from where you are joining from. That also will add me to my understanding. Just couple of seconds to go. Yeah, I see a mixed audience, around 60% from India Australia we have one, APAC 18%, and Europe also we are seeing audience. So glad to see it's a global, the solution or the best is not only just for India, it is for global. And we are seeing the technology is being used across all countries. So it's good to see a mixed audience so that it's helpful for also for me to correlate my exposure to the outside India experience of Europe and US. So thanks a lot, audience, for uh, answering the poll. So I'll just end the poll now. I got a good clarity of this. So let me introduce myself. What is my background? Yeah, I am having 22 plus years of experience working in MNCs, both in the field of software, uh, battery energy storage system, last 5 to 6 years, renewables. And earlier, I had experience of industrial automation, safety, and cybersecurity. So, my expertise last decade is predominantly on the battery energy storage system. I got an opportunity to start when in my earlier company when they are start wanted to invest in this niche domain. So I got a very good opportunity to be part of the founding team where I got expertise to do from the scratch, learn from the scratch. The basically because I have been chosen because I am from electrical and electronics background from a reputed college in Karnataka. It's a topmost college and it's a 17th in throughout India. It was when I was studying, it was a single digit ranking was there. It's a NITK Surathkal. So I have been from that electrical and electronics background, and also I have did MBA in IT and systems. With my electrical background, and when my earlier company wanted to invest in this new domain, I got an opportunity and I learned from the scratch about the battery energy storage system. Started my career, the projects with a small project of 600 kilowatt BESS commissioning, and then we got other two projects, one in Europe, Romania. I got opportunity there to commission 1.6 megawatt of BESS, and also one in India, Lakshadweep, where I had microgrid commissioning that also 1.4 megawatt BESS. So I will just take in this workshop a live example of one of the project which I handled that can help for the audience to understand the complexity involved and how the overall BESS comes into existence. I have a global exposure. I have been gone to US multiple times on the assignments and also Europe for the project execution. So I have the exposure not only just in India, I have exposure, global exposure I have. I'm work I am very passionate about sustainability. In case, even in my house, I have installed solar, and I'm doing a lot of R&D on the how we can make the solar more affordable. And apart from that, I have a very techie guy with having a patent in my in one of the field, like it's again in the power field where we had a challenge with respect to the LVDT core fallout issue in the turbines, steam turbines. So I have a patent in that. I was from the certification point of view, I have done a lot more certifications like the hardware in loop uh, certification, which is vital for a battery energy storage system. Along with that, from the cyber security point of view, certified ethical hacker, also project management point of view, I have done PMP. Even functional safety from the industrial automation point of view, I have a certification there. So these are all, I have a mixed exposure of all project management, technical, uh, people management, so simulation, hardware. So I have published multiple articles, even in a PMI chapters, as well as even attended multiple industry workshops. Also, in my LinkedIn, you can see every week one or the other articles will be keep coming in the sustainability point of view. So I am having a very good exposure on this. By looking at the field what we have and how the market is going, I'm definitely seeing there's a huge potential for the best battery energy storage, and everyone all globally all countries are looking at clean energy and the net zero targets. So in order to meet that, the battery energy storage system is one of the means, and that is we'll come to know in this workshop about the business opportunities, career opportunities, what we have in this field. So that is also one of the module which we are going to cover. With this introduction, I'll just get into first module, that is fundamentals of BESS. So what is actually the energy storage, battery energy storage? So as you know, in the world, we know the solar is there even when we were young. The solar is not new, but what we know is solar alone will not be able to power what we required 24 bar 7 the power. Solar is wind are intermittent in nature, and the conventional thermal power plant, our power, hydropower, they have an edge over solar because they can produce continuous power 24 bar 7. And now, but we know that those are all not as good as solar, and we have the environmental issues, and we are seeing globally there are a lot of environmental issues are there. It's not good to live in the cities because of carbon pollution. So in order to avoid carbon pollution, we need to go for a clean energy. Solar is one of it, but as we know, the solar alone is not sufficient. So the energy storage will play a role of what is the drawback of solar. And also we know the root, we have rising electricity demand worldwide, and power production is increasing. Like demand is increasing, the power production is not meeting the demand, so the electricity price is getting increased. And also because of all these reasons, the battery will play a vital role in coming days. Why is it battery, not solar? Why not generators and others? As you know, the unique feature or advantage of battery energy storage is it can act like a load or it can act like a source. It is possible to do both. Either it can act like a load or it can act like a source, whereas the generators are just a source. So that is the advantage what we have. And because of that, this battery energy storage system is a need of our. Now let's just understand what is the battery energy storage. As I mentioned, battery can act like a source or act like a load. As you know, the batteries are storing the electrical energy in the form of chemical. You will have a anode, cathode, and electrolyte. So we'll have electrons flow around by. So we have the battery energy storage stores the energy, and when it can release the energy when it required to the grid or to the home or even for industry or electrical vehicles. And we know the inverters are required along with batteries to do either load or source. Next, what are the key components of BESS? The battery energy storage system consists of predominantly the 70% of the cost of this is comes from the battery cells and modules. You can see in the top right corner, you have the batteries for are together grouped into modules grouped into rack, multiple racks forms the whole container. Why is it required like this? The reason is, as you know, the batteries are at the voltage is 3.2 volts, 2.8 to 3.2 volts is the watt is the voltage they will have at a battery. And now when you look at the high power in terms of kilowatt and megawatt, we need to have the DC voltage of 1000 volts. If you want to have 1000 volts, we need to group together 3.2 cells into 300 plus cells in series to form 1000 volt DC. And also on the base of the energy density, we can have a power It's a 200, 100 Ah, 200 Ah, or 300 Ah batteries. On the base of that voltage, request to have the voltage on the base of the energy density, the power will be decided. For example, where I initially started working on 600 kilowatt of BESS, we had a three rack. Each rack is of 200 kilowatt. It means that we had 200 Ah of battery and 1000 volt DC. We got 200 kilowatt of per one rack. So similarly, we'll have three racks, so that is one of the element what we call as a battery modules or racks. Next one is we have the battery management system, which will monitor all the cells, their healthiness, their temperature, voltage, and it is like a safety to the overall BESS container, which monitors and takes action on the base of the battery is going out of range. And along with that, one of the key component we can see at the bottom, we have a PCS control. The batteries are connected to the power control system, power conditioning system or power control system, what we call as a bidirectional inverter, which converts DC voltage, DC into AC, and then if it is discharging, it will be DC to AC. If it is charging, it will be AC to DC. So we have the overall battery systems. At the bottom, you can see the overall architecture, the where we have battery